Welcome back to another rebuild here on NBA 2K23 Next Gen. In today's video, we are finally back with the rebuild challenges, and today we have the two-team fantasy draft rebuild. So this is a challenge I do every year, typically at least once, sometimes twice, and the way it works is I take one team from the Eastern Conference, one team from the Western Conference. We do a fantasy draft. We obviously look to rebuild both teams with the end goal of getting these two teams to meet up in the finals within 3 years. So to make this even a little bit harder today, we're going to let the CPU draft both of these teams. And obviously the rules kind of state this every single time, but we're not allowed to trade within these two teams. So hypothetically, if I had the Celtics and the Warriors, I can't trade back and forth between those two teams. You guys get it. We're also not using start today because obviously that's much more challenging to do a fantasy draft rebuild with. We are starting at the beginning of the 2022 at 2023 season, doing 3 seasons, and hopefully by the end of year 3, we have these two in the championship together. As always, if you guys are new around here, have not yet subscribed to the channel, do me a favor, hit that sub button, stick around a while. We'd love to have you here in the community. Of course, let me know any other video ideas down below in the comments section. I've said this a bunch so far in this kind of couple of weeks. Are kind of weird. I mean, we don't really have a definitive thing going on besides the playoffs. And obviously that's really, really tricky when we're basically in no man's land right now. But I know you guys have good ideas. Let me know them all down below. Without further ado, man, the two-team fantasy draft rebuild. All right, so obviously I'm not going to select the teams before the draft just so you guys know I'm not cheating, but we're going to go ahead, hopefully close our eyes and randomly select 2 teams. Obviously, it doesn't matter if we get East or Western Conference first, so we'll shut our eyes and we'll stop here in 3, 2, and 1. We end up with the Dallas Mavericks. That's our Western Conference team. We're now going to re-roll until we get an Eastern Conference team. Eyes are closed, and we will stop here in 3, 2, and 1. We end up with the Thunder. I'm just going to keep going. We're going to find an Eastern Conference team eventually and stop. 76ers. All right, it's going to be... Oh, shit, didn't mean to do that. It's going to be the 76ers and the Dallas Mavericks. They're going to be our 2 teams. We're going to sim this entire draft. I'll see you guys with both these squads. All right, so the draft has been completed. We are finally here. Let's dive in. Let's take a full look at both of these teams. And wow, the 76ers have Joel Embiid, which means we must have had a really high pick. To be honest with you, I wasn't paying attention when we kind of just saw that draft menu for a second, but wow, Joel Embiid, obviously great to have an MVP here on one of the teams, and hell, it's his team, the 76ers. Other than that, we have Keldon Johnson, we have Jalen Williams, Colin Sexton, Terry Rozier. What a great job of drafting by the CPU, just beautiful. Tim Hardaway Jr., Achai Agbaje, Trey Lyles, Chimezie Metu, Pat Beverly, Billy Hernangomez, Thad Young. Joe Johnson, you can draft Joe Johnson. Oh, ISO Joe, baby. What it do? And then Peyton Pritchard. All right, that's not a bad first team. I can live with that. We also have to go ahead and find... Oh, is it not going to let me scroll back and forth? I'll be back. We got the Mavericks in here now as well. I don't know why. I feel like I had them both selected. Maybe I didn't. I don't really know. But here's a look at the Dallas Mavericks. So a little bit of a different kind of vibe here. As you can see, we maybe didn't have as high of a draft pick, but still a pretty decent looking team. You have De'Aaron Fox, Brandon Ingram, Jaden Ivey, who progresses very, very well in this game. Jared Vanderbilt, Mitchell Robinson, Gallo, Bones Highland, Covington, Playoff Paul, Sam Hauser, Damian Lee, Brandon Boston Jr., Eric Bledsoe, and Luka Garza. Best Luka in Mavericks history. All right, so obviously we have two interesting teams. I don't necessarily think either of these teams are in any sort of bad state at all right now. I do think there's room for moves on both of them. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to make some trades. Let's see what we can come up with. Our first trade here is going to be coming with the Sacramento Kings. As you can see, we're on the 76ers. We're going to be sending Terry Rozier, Thad Young, and Joe Johnson over to Sacramento for Emmanuel Quickley and Precious Achiuwa. Here's my thought process behind this one. I'm not worried about age at all, but I know Emmanuel Quickley is going to progress a lot more than Terry Rozier possibly could. Pretty sure Terry Rozier maxes out about an 84, 83 overall. I'm assuming Quickley will jump very much past that in the 3 years we have him. He's also cheaper, but it's only a 1-year deal. And then again, we get Precious Achiuwa, who could be a trade piece for me. And also, I feel like I get Scary Terry a decent amount. All right, Emmanuel Quickley, welcome to the team. Obviously, really good first trade for us. We're definitely not done, though. We're going to be sending Chimezie Metu over to Atlanta for a first-round pick. It's actually from the Kings. It's lottery protected in 2024. And I know what you're all thinking right now because I did realize it myself. I forgot to turn off previously traded draft picks, which is obviously something you should do in a fantasy draft rebuild. But honestly, it doesn't help me. It actually hurts me because the 76ers and the Dallas Mavericks don't have a ton of future assets that aren't their own. So if we had like the Thunder today, that would obviously be a pretty unfair advantage, but we don't. It only hurts me. My bad. I'll remember next time. But first round pick here from the Sacramento Kings. It is lottery protected. Well, it's from the Hawks, but it's from the Kings. We obviously got Precious Achiuwa in that most recent deal. Obviously didn't need Metsu. I'm probably going to clear house with a bunch of other guys as well that I really don't think will get playing time. Billy Hernangomez is one of those guys. I definitely don't need 3 backup centers when I have, Joel Embiid on my team. So thank you very much. Oh, that Dallas is us. I can't do that. I almost did that. Just out of a force of habit. Anybody else want to give me a draft pick? Seriously? Okay, thank you very much, Houston. That's actually a Brooklyn Nets unprotected first-round pick. That Nets pick, what does the Nets look like today? I don't know. They'll probably be good, but whatever. It's a draft pick. All right, so I could maybe go ahead and move Pat Beverly. I think Patrick Beverly could actually be a pretty important piece on this team. I do like Peyton Pritchard, but ultimately he's nowhere near as good of a defensive player as Beverly is. If Pritchard didn't have another year of team control after this, I'd look to move him, but he does, so maybe he'll be the backup next year. So at this point in time, I'm pretty comfortable with the way the 76ers look. Let's go check out the Dallas Mavericks. We are going to be acquiring Saddiq Bey here from the Charlotte Hornets for Danilo Gallinari and Sam Hauser. Obviously, Saddiq Bey's trade value could be a little bit lower right now because he is an expiring contract, but nonetheless, he's 23 years old. I would like to get him back this offseason, and we don't give up a draft pick. So that's good for me. I'm honestly thinking of having him be my backup small forward. I also have Rocco here, who I wouldn't mind maybe running the 3, but I don't know why. I think I like Bey a little bit better at the backup 3. So what does his overall do? Goes down 1. I can live with that. It's not the end of the world. So that is trade 1 in the books for us here in Dallas. We might have 1 or 2 more in terms of just clearing out some guys to maybe make room for some draft picks or something. Like, I'd rather play Brandon Boston Jr. than Damian Lee. I don't need Eric Bledsoe. I don't need Luka Garza. So if we can get draft picks for these players, I'm obviously going to do it. Thank you very much. We're Philadelphia. I am going to be doing this hopefully no longer than what I just did. I've done that twice now. Anybody else want to give me a first-round pick? Come on, for the love of God. Nope. Okay, thank you very much, Oklahoma City. And then now let's go ahead and take a look at trades for Damian Lee. I just don't really think he fits our timeline very well. And I also just don't necessarily think he would make too much of an impact on this team. That's a second, but honestly, I can live with it. And then Luka Garza. As I mentioned, best Luka in Mavericks history. Don't at me. Only 5 offers. He does have another year after this, I believe. No, he does not, actually. Wait a damn minute. I would prefer maybe getting somebody with more than 1 year team control. I don't want to trade for Joe Johnson. I mean, I know I just had him in Philly, but he's just so old at this point. Yeah, honestly, I'll just keep Luka Garza. It's whatever. All right, let's set some rotations. We have finalized both of these rotations, and here's how they do look. It's going to be Colin Sexton, Emmanuel Quickly. Relatively short backcourt of both these guys being 6'2", I believe. Yeah, they both are. So that makes me a little nervous. I don't think it would matter nearly as much in 2K as it would in real life. But I can live with it. We have Keldon Johnson starting at the 3. We have Jalen Williams at the 4 and Joel Embiid as our starting center. I'm giving Ochai Agbaji the nod as our 6th man. He is obviously young. We want him to develop as much as humanly possible. Followed by Tim Hardaway Jr., Precious Achiuwa, Patrick Beverly, and Trey Lyles. Here's a look over at the Dallas Mavericks. We have De'Aaron Fox, Jaden Ivey, Brandon Ingram, Jared Vanderbilt, Mitchell Robinson. The bench unit's going to be Saddiq Bey, Bones Highland, Rocco, Paul Reed, and Brandon Boston Jr. If I had to pick one of these teams right now, I still think I prefer Philadelphia a little bit, but honestly, both these teams are already really good, and especially really good for a fantasy draft, where obviously the league evens out a little bit. But I'm feeling good as of now. I'll probably stay with Philly and track them. I don't know. When we meet up in year 1, we'll find out. So for at least the Philadelphia side, year 1 did not go nearly as well as I expected it to. We were exactly 41-41. Literally as mid as it gets. I feel like we're the Atlanta Hawks right now. It's crazy. Luka Doncic is your MVP. He is in Charlotte. Looks pretty good in a Hornets uniform, I can't lie. Paolo Banchero, Rookie of the Year in Indiana. Jakob Poeltl, 6th Man of the Year. Interesting. Anthony Davis, Defensive Player of the Year. Şengün, Most Improved. And Jason Kidd wins Coach of the Year. So it looks like it went well in Dallas. It just didn't in Philadelphia for whatever reason. You can see Dallas takes the 1 seed right there. Here's a look at the full standings. So here in Philly, we are in the play-in at 41-41. And obviously over here in Dallas, you can see they went 60-22. So I'll probably try to control Philly for now just because I don't think it makes much difference, but we are in the play-in. So let's sim this game. We end up winning this game. Obviously, we have to beat Washington as well, who are an interesting group. Looks like a young team for the most part. Can we win this game? We do not. All right, back over here to Dallas where we do have Portland for round 1. Obviously, it's cool to win championships when they don't match up, but that really doesn't matter. So I don't really care what ends up happening. Oh, I forgot to look at stats, by the way. I don't know how I forgot to do that. Here are the numbers on the year. It was Brandon Ingram, De'Aaron Fox, Jay Navi was incredible. Sadiq Bey, Highland, Robinson, yeah, good job. And over here in Philly, I need Quickly to be better than this. I really need Emmanuel Quickly to be better than this. This can't happen. I guess that's pretty on par, but he's definitely playing more minutes. Yeah, he is. He's got to be better. All right, so we'll make a decision. Maybe I'm going to regret trading Scary Terry, but at the end of the day, we still have a playoff run coming up here. We're the Dallas Mavericks, not the 76ers. We're up 2-0 here against Portland. You saw that Zion was there in Portland. We end up sweeping there. Moving on to Golden State, who have KPJ, Desmond Bane, Hemi Butler, Jabari Smith Jr., Chet Holmgren. Wow, tremendous job drafting Golden State. Really, that front office is something else. All right, we're up 3-0 here, and we sweep them. Okay, and Utah here in the Western Conference Finals. SGA, DeJounte Murray, Clarkson's here, Pat Williams, Robert Williams. Good front court defensively. Are we not going to lose a game? Okay, I don't know why I say things. I really don't. And we end up winning in 5, and we're going to be taking on Donovan Mitchell and the Chicago Bulls here in the NBA Finals. It's Tyus Jones, obviously Donovan Mitchell. Holy shit, Karl Anthony Towns and Donovan Mitchell. Also got Capella, Christian Wood. All right, that's a good team. Okay, we get a championship in year 1. Does not appear that's going to be happening. We were down 3-0. We do end up losing in 5. All right, so obviously, again, it would have been cool to get one year 1. Really wouldn't have mattered at the end of the day. So we will hit the draft lottery, see what we have, see if either of our teams are projected anything in here. I don't see a Mavericks or a 76ers logo, so it doesn't really look like anything's happening. And, yeah, unless I'm just missing something, I don't see anything. All right, staff signing. I think my first order of business is firing both the idiots that are in charge of these teams. I don't even feel like I have to fire Jason Kidd because, he did a good job. But he's not a good head coach. I'm not going to pretend that he is. But we are 100% firing Doc Rivers, even though he has good ratings. This feels like a great video to go out and get Stauffer. And I'm going to do just that. And honestly, I don't want to risk it. I really don't. So you know what? He had a good season for us. We're moving on. I'm getting my man Jacob Underwood, who always does a good job for me. We do not have to worry about our head coaches for the remainder of this video, in all likelihood. All right, so up to the draft. We'll check out the draft picks for both of these teams. We're currently on the 76ers. We have 7 and 27 in round 2, neither of which I will be using, so we'll send those to Cleveland. And then over here in Dallas, we have 20 in round 2. So, seriously? Nobody? Okay. Draft somebody then for me. I don't care. 70 over Adam Bone. Sure, you can be a roster spot. Okay, cool. So team player options. Bay, Highland, Boston Jr., all coming back for us here in Dallas. In terms of Philadelphia, I'm bringing everybody back as well. Pritchard could be involved in a trade at some point. Qualifying offers, nothing in Philly, and we have playoff Paul here in Dallas. In terms of free agency, well, could be a big moment for us. Davis Bertans, I didn't even know he was on this team. And then in terms of the 76ers, Ferdinand Korkmaz, also did not know he was on this team. Okay, that's fine with me. Obviously, we don't really have any major free agents, which is always good. Who was our backup power forward here? I forget. We'll find somebody. And then over here in Dallas, it looks like everybody's kind of good for the most part. I really don't think I have to touch the Dallas Mavericks too much. Find myself a backup center, sure. Maybe replace Rocco. I'm good with Bay. Wait, he had an option? Oh, I thought he was a free agent. I'm comfortable with everything else. So we're probably going to move Rocco for either a different center or a different backup power forward. But obviously, there's not a ton of work to do with this Dallas Mavericks team. So let's try to find ourselves some sort of big man. Jalen Johnson I will definitely take. Only have to give up a second-round pick. Welcome to the team. Who did we make that trade with? We made it with the Hornets. Okay, cool. And then over here in... Oh, wait, I need to get a backup big man. In terms... Oh, we actually have some money here in Dallas? Hang on a minute. We don't have, like, Kyrie money, but we definitely have something to spend. All right, let's go see if we can maybe find a backup that's pretty decent. Christian Woods here. Could bring him in. Here's the thing, because there's some players here in free agency that we have the money to sign that are definitely capable starters. I would not mind, at the end of the day, maybe finding a Jared Vanderbilt upgrade. And I'm not saying that because he's bad. I'm saying that because I really do think there's an upgrade out there that we can find while he's still not a free agent. So, could try to find a trade. I don't know what it would be. And because the thing is, I think he's better than the way his value is perceived. He's going to be what? Yeah, okay, he's 3 stars. Actually not bad. But I think he's a little bit better than the offers I'm going to get for him, which is a little bit unfortunate. But I just don't think he's quite in that tier that we need for a championship. And I know how crazy that sounds because we were just in the finals. Ben Matherin's here. You know what? Let me see if I can figure this out. No, I can't figure that out. All right, that kind of sucks. In terms of, unless I'm just missed any trade, but Ben Matherin's he's enticing. Yeah. It would have been cool to get him. I just don't see that happening. So we also don't really have any other bad contracts on the team. I mean, in terms of the actual power forwards here, it's Jeremy Grant, really nobody else that I would actually want to take a flyer on. Maybe could sign Christian Wood, play him at the 3. I mean, would that be something I'm interested in doing? He has a B+ 3-point shot. How much money do we have? You know what? Let's try to sign Christian Wood. I can live with that. We're going to take a flyer on Christian Wood. And then over here in Philadelphia, in terms of what this team needs, I might roll with Pritchard for a year as the backup. I also might just move Emmanuel quickly because I honestly think there's a situation out there where we find an upgrade. So let's see what we can do. We're going to try to get DeJounte Murray here from the Utah Jazz. I don't think Emmanuel quickly would have another season like that, but at the end of the day, I'm not going to risk it. And DeJounte Murray is definitely a better player. So we're going to offer in Emmanuel quickly and Tim Hardaway Jr. He's in here to make the money work. Ultimately, he's going to regress. It's not that big of a loss. So here's where we have to be careful because obviously I screwed myself by not turning off previously traded draft picks. So I have to be careful when I say I'm just going to give up picks like I don't care. I need to get this done, and they agree to that. All right, DeJounte Murray, welcome to the team. Obviously, having him as our starting shooting guard gives us a little bit more size in our backcourt, a little bit of a better defensive player, and an overall upgrade. So we're good with Achua. We need to find a backup 3 and a backup 4 here. I'll probably let Peyton Pritchard run the backup point guard spot. I don't know. I mean, unless I find something great, but it looks like it's probably just going to be a bunch of draft picks. So, yeah. Peyton Pritchard will remain our backup point guard for this season. Maybe we'll try to get an upgrade next offseason. We need a backup 3, and I'm very fine with Jalen Williams here. So we need a backup 3 and a backup 4 over here in Dallas. As you saw, we're actually going to go ahead and try to sign Christian Wood and then have Jared Vanderbilt either get traded or come off the bench. So we'll see. But other than that, we're pretty much good everywhere here. Maybe a backup center. Okay, cool. So Christian Wood resigns. Do not renounce Paul Reed. Oh. Can I do that instead? I can. Wow. Over here in Philadelphia, Lyles can probably go. I don't think I have any sort of rights on him at all, do I? I do not. And then in terms of money, we could sign Jay Crowder. He's just a little old. You know what? I'll bring back Trey Lyles. Trey Lyles being only 27 is kind of sneaky. I feel like he's a little bit older than that. And obviously we got Christian Wood over here in Dallas as well. So we're good there. One more day. Good. Okay, awesome. All right, so at this point in time, we obviously just went ahead and signed Christian Wood as our big free agent. His overall doesn't really change at the power forward spot. He's going to be my starting power forward. Again, I don't think this was a necessary change. It was one we wanted to make to really go ahead and solidify this as a championship caliber team. So honestly, Jalen Johnson definitely has more team control. Yeah, he has an extra year, not Adam Bone, than Vanderbilt does. But I think Vanderbilt is better. So I'm going to actually keep Vanderbilt. I know we just got Johnson, but I'm going to move him for a center and then really kind of solidify the rest of this team. So Jalen Johnson, some sort of center, please. Literally, anybody? No. Christian Coloco. No, these are not good options. Oh, man. All right, how tall is JRE? I saw him here, and I know he's 6'8". It's not going to cut it. It's just really not. These are not good trades at all. This is annoying because we have... How about if I include Adam Bone? I mean, is there anything a little bit better? Jalen Williams is here? All right, now we're going to have both Jalen Williams, but honestly, that's fine by me. All right, cool. Welcome to the team. So we have our entire rotation figured out here in Dallas. Over here in Philadelphia, we have, we just need a backup small forward. So small forwards, oh, good God, those are awful options. Actually, you know what? I'll take Reggie Bullock, move him to the small forward spot. Yeah, that's fine by me. We'll get a nice veteran presence here in Reggie Bullock. All right, both these teams are all set. I will see you guys at the start of year 2. I'm a complete and utter moron and forgot that we had a qualifying offer on Paul Reed, so I didn't need to trade for Jalen Williams, but at the end of the day, we did get a draft pick out of it, but I'm going to play Paul Reed. I like Paul Reed quite a bit. Here's how it's going to look for Dallas. This team went to the finals last year. We made a couple tweaks, one small upgrade, and I'm liking it. I think it looks good. It's De'Aaron Fox, Jaden Ivey, Brandon Ingram, Christian Wood, Mitchell Robinson. The bench unit's going to be led by Jared Vanderbilt. We've got Sadiq Bey, Bones Highland, Paul Reed, and Brandon Boston Jr. I feel bad we traded for Jalen Williams for him just to not play, but it is what it is. I got carried away having two teams. Over here in Philly, it's going to be Colin Sexton, DeJounte Murray, Keldon Johnson, Jalen Williams, and Joel Embiid. The bench unit is slightly worse with Ochai Agbaji, Precious Achiuwa, Trey Lyles, Reggie Bullock, and Peyton Pritchard. It definitely could be worse. I'm not worried about Dallas. I'm slightly worried about Philly, so we're going to stay and track them. But I think these teams both have pretty good chances of being really good. See you guys at the end of year 2. Our record here in Philadelphia was 58-24. That's obviously much better than 41-41, which we went last year. And I'm feeling pretty good. It's a second straight MVP for Luka Doncic, triple-double, holy hell. Victor Wembanyama is in Cleveland. He went first overall. Good God. Terry Rozier is in Washington, D.C. He's 6th man of the year. Jaren Jackson Jr., Defensive Player of the Year. LaMelo Ball, Most Improved. And Jacob Underwood wins Coach of the Year. I don't know. Oh, wait, no. That's our Dallas Mavericks coach. I was like, holy shit, I don't know who signed who, but it makes sense because I know our record here in Philadelphia. So 1 seed here for Philly. 1 seed here for Dallas. Is this the year? Can we get it done in just season number 2? I would feel good about that. Wow, Embiid did not score as many points as I thought he would. I mean, we do have a very well-rounded team, but I thought it would still be more. Over here in Dallas, wow, you got Jaden Ivey leading the charge. We have 3 guys over 20 points a game. It's beautiful. All right, let's see what ends up happening. It's going to be tricky to track both of these teams. We have Atlanta and Denver, respectively. Halliburton, yeah, I'm not going to spend too much time on it because it would literally take forever. That's a pretty good and kind of an annoying team. So let's go game by game here with Dallas. All right, we win game 1 in Dallas. We lose game 1 in Philly. 2-1, or excuse me, 2-0, 1-1. Up 3-0, we're good there. Up 2-1 there. 2-2, we sweep. Back over to Philadelphia. I'm a little nervous right now. We go down 3. Son of a bitch, dude. Don't do this to me. Thank you. I was nervous. That was nerve-wracking. All right, D'Lo, Edwards. Holy shit, Banchero and Ant. You have fucking 2 number 1 overall picks. Good God. Over here for the Mavericks, Brogdon, JB, Porzingis, Gobert. Holy shit. All right, matchups are definitely getting really difficult. Dallas drops game 1. They win game 2. We're up 2-0 here in Philly. Both up 2-1 at this point in time. 3-1 here in Philly. Philly moves on. Up 3-2 here in Dallas. Let's close them out. We do just that. Both teams in the conference finals. We are feeling pretty good right now. Russ, Bane, Jimmy, Jabari Smith Jr., Chet Holmgren. This Warriors team scares the absolute shit out of me. Over here in Philly, we have Murray, Clarkson, Tatum, Kuminga, Şengün. Oh my God. Lose game 1 here for Philly. Win game 2. Dallas wins game 1. I'm trying to track this. I know it's taking forever. We're both won 2 games. Both have won 3 games. We fucking did it. We did it in year 2. That is so big and so fun. That's awesome. Okay, let's check out both these teams, see who would we rather play with. That sounds kind of weird. Who would we rather use in the game? Honestly, I'm gonna go with Philly. It's not every. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna use whoever's winning. That's what I'm gonna do. Dallas up 2-0, Dallas up 3-1, and that's probably all she wrote. So we'll use Dallas if they want to win. Again, it doesn't matter to me. I don't care. But obviously, this has been fun so far. I mean, we thought we had the talent to both do it last year. Philly kind of sold, and we're going to get it done this year. I'll see you guys in there. We're only up 6. I hope we can hold on to this lead. I'm assuming we'll probably be able to do so, but did I say 6? 7. Math is not my strong suit. Free throw here for Ingram. That one goes down, making an 8-point lead, but I enjoyed this challenge, man. This is a fun challenge to look forward to every year. It's obviously awesome when you can get it done in year 2. And, yeah, go from here. But I'm feeling pretty good right now. We're not going to sim the entire thing out. That's 3 free throws. I must have got fouled on a 3. We're going to go ahead, just probably do 1 or 2 possessions. Obviously, it's cool to see, but, you know, it's not really any pressure because I don't care who wins. So, we're going to just play a little bit here. Also, let me know any other challenges you guys have. I know it's been a minute since we've done a challenge, and this is obviously my first one in a long time. But I actually enjoy doing them for the most part. This is a pretty easy one, and honestly, I don't want to say easy because it's not easy. Obviously, there's a struggle in every single challenge, or they wouldn't be called challenges. But I do think there are ones that are much harder that you guys would definitely enjoy watching as well. So let me know if you guys have any off the top of your head down below in the comment section. But we'll do 1 more defensive possession, then 1 more offensive possession, obviously trying to close this one out. And, yeah, man, see. Oh, wow. Also, I didn't realize Joel Embiid in the finals. Wow. Hopefully didn't. Somebody should have told him it wasn't the playoffs. See what happens. All right, let's see what ends up happening here. We'll just do 1 more. I don't even know. It's not like there's anybody on this team I'm really excited to use or anything like that. Jaden Ivey, 3-pointer, puts it in, and we're closing them out. See you guys with the finals MVP. We go on to beat the 76ers ourselves in 5 games, and De'Aaron Fox is your finals MVP. Obviously, that's awesome. In terms of moves this offseason, I'm not going to change much. We'll hit the draft lottery of both these teams. I don't really suspect we're going to have anything. Actually, I see a Mavericks logo there and a 76ers logo at the end. So maybe Dallas will have a high pick, and we do. It's actually at number 4. That's pretty cool. We're good at staff signing. We signed both our coaches to multi-year deals, so we're very comfortable there. And then let's just double check. We have at number 4. We also have 30. And then over here in Philadelphia, we have 14, 23. I don't need to use any picks for Philly. I think Philly's good enough. Cam Johnson. We'll find a way to get him in there. All right, so for Dallas here, in terms of guys we could draft, Maybe a new backup shooting guard. Other than that, I'm pretty comfortable with all our backups. So let's just see who's available for us here. Also, I'm going to move number 30. I don't need it. It's fine. That's my team. Almost did it. Almost did it. Thank you very much, 30, and thank you very much, Chicago. All right, so let's see who's available for us here with the 4th overall selection. Massa Buzelis is here. Good. Pretty sure he's supposed to be the number 1 overall pick. All right, we'll sign him. He's a 77 overall. No draft picks for there in Philly. Team player options, Ivy, Highland, and Williams. Yes, Williams and Abaji. Yep. God, it's so beautiful. Precious Achua, I'll qualify. I think Peyton Pritchard, we can find an upgrade. Dallas Bay, Brandon Boston Jr. I'm going to let him go. We don't need him anymore. And Paul Reed has another qualifying offer somehow. All right, so free agency here. We have Jared Vanderbilt. He's definitely somebody I'd like to get back. Sadiq Bey, I'm just going to qualify. It's the final year. And Paul Reed, I'll qualify as well. It's the final year. Over here in Philadelphia. Wow, he actually doesn't. Oh, that's from us. I'm like, what the hell? I'm going to qualify Achua. I mean, why wouldn't I at this point? And then DeJounte Murray obviously is a big priority for me. Cannot lose him. So we get Murray back. We get Achua back. We're good with letting everybody else go. We get Vanderbilt, Bay, and Reed back. Brandon Boston Jr. can go. No idea Frank Ntilikina was even here. And then after we sign all these guys, we're going to check out both these squads, see what we need to do. So we are good. Yeah, I'm just going to leave that. Over here in Philly, we need to find ourselves a backup point guard. Other than that, we're good. I mean, can I trade Reggie Bullock and like some draft picks? Cam Johnson, very happy I got him. He's a clear-cut upgrade. First round pick, second round pick, some sort of backup point guard that's like at least serviceable. I saw it and I'm like, shit, I can't do that. I see nothing here. In terms of free agents, it's fine. All right, so here at the start of the 3rd and final season, obviously we are fresh off these 2 teams meeting in the finals. We won it all with Dallas last year. I think it'd be pretty cool if we can get one with Philadelphia this year and have both these teams meet up. Would be a pretty cool way to cap off this video. But it's going to be De'Aaron Fox, Jaden Ivey, Brandon Ingram, Christian Wood, Mitchell Robinson, no changes. Bench unit is going to be Sadiq Bey, Jared Vanderbilt, Bones Highland, Paul Reed, and obviously we went ahead and drafted Massa Buzelis 4th overall. Sucks he's not going to have too much time to develop. He could have been a pretty important piece for this team, but we're good enough anyways. Over here in Philly, it's Sexton, Murray, Keldon Johnson, Jalen Williams, Joel Embiid, Chai Agbaje, Precious Achua, Cam Johnson, Trey Lyles, and DeLon Wright. So, you know what? I honestly think both these teams have the talent to meet up again. I hope Philly can get one this year. It would be kind of a cool way to cap it off, as I mentioned, but we'll see. I'll see you guys at the end of the 3rd and final season. So we go 59-23 in our final record here in Philadelphia. Obviously, it would have been cool to hit that 60-win threshold, but nonetheless, we were probably a 1 seed if I had to guess. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander in Utah is your MVP. Isaiah Collier, Rookie of the Year. Anthony Simon, 6th man. Victor Wembanyama, Defensive Player of the Year. Alistair Thompson, Most Improved. And Jake, holy shit. I wasn't tracking Dallas at all, and they went 77-5. Wow, that is absolutely insane. That's crazy. So we are both the 1 seeds here. It does make sense when you take a look at both these rosters, but 77 wins. My God almighty. Feel free to pause, take a look at the numbers. These are for Philadelphia over here in Dallas. These are the numbers. Again, 3 guys, 20-plus points a game. Absolutely insane. So let's see who both of us have in round 1. Here in Philly, we have New York. Over there in Dallas, we have Phoenix. Here's a look at the New York Knicks team. Yeah, that's not going to happen. Over here in Phoenix. Okay, that's actually pretty good. I think we have a pretty good shot of having these teams meet up again. We're 1-1 over here in the East. We're up 1-0 over there in the West. 2-1 and 2-0, 2-2 and 2-1. Okay, up 3-2, up 3-1. Going to Game 7 here in the East. Thank you. That would have been bad. Okay, Washington over here in the East. Tyrese Maxey, Evan Mobley, Jalen Duren. Oh, you got Bradley Beal coming off the bench. Okay, I feel like you can find a way to get him into the starting lineup. And then the Lakers here, Jaylen Brown, Kristaps Porzingis, Gobert. Yeah, they're good. I really do think we're the best, like the 2 best teams in the league, and I want to go out there and prove that. We're done here in the Eastern Conference, and over here in the West, hopefully going to finish off the Lakers, and we do just that. Conference Finals time for both these teams. Cole Anthony, Kyrie Irving, Lauri Markkanen, Nurkic, Brook Lopez over here for OKC. Marcus Smart, Jaden Hardy, Barrett, Giannis, Jared Allen. Holy shit. Imagine this defensive front court. Well, I'm definitely nervous for both of these teams right now. We're up 2-0 here in the East, 1-0 in the West, 3-0 and 2-0. Philly's in the finals, and Dallas is in the finals as well. Can we get one done for Philly? I think it would be a cool way to kind of cap this one off. Again, it doesn't really bother me either way. We're up 3-1. And 3-2. Seriously? We're going to Game 7? I don't really care. I'll get some gameplay with Philly, because why the hell not? I mean, I think it would be cool for it to kind of come down to the wire. Obviously, it doesn't matter really at all for us, but it would be cool. Yeah, let's see if we can hold this lead. All right, so we are officially here having these two teams that we build meet up. Oh, shit, I'm on Dallas. I'm such an idiot. Can I? I am so dumb. That go? Oh, it did. Wow. So obviously it's cool building two championship teams in one video. We built two tremendous squads, and honestly, I don't really have any complaints about either of them. I mean, sure, there was some other major moves we probably could have made, but honestly, we really didn't have to. I mean, the majority of these teams, they both had tremendous depth. They both had tremendous stars. I think the way that we did it with Dallas, because obviously we have a guy in Joel Embiid who's an MVP candidate, MVP winner, and we don't have necessarily one of those in Dallas, but we have, I would say, a more well-rounded team, but we're a lot more top-heavy, I'd say, over here in Philly. But again, does not really matter too much, as we are going to be winning our second championship of this video, technically, anyways, and going on to get it done. So I enjoy kind of these two-team fantasy draft rebuilds. I'm hoping we can maybe do some more of them down the line, but if anybody has any ideas how to do maybe like a two-team rebuild, maybe put a little bit more of a challenge on it. Obviously, this isn't necessarily the easiest thing in the world to do. There's a lot going on at one point, and you know, it's definitely a challenge, but I definitely enjoy doing it, but it's not as hard as I think I'd like it to be. So anybody has any like really challenging ideas, let me know down below in the comment section, and we can fully go on and do those, because obviously we are still looking for video ideas. So let me know all those. Chai Abaje gonna get the easy lay-in. And yeah, man, we are closing out the Dallas Mavericks on their home floor. Let me tell you, as a Celtics fan, nothing feels worse than getting closed out in the finals on your home floor. It absolutely sucks. Steph Curry is my daddy. All right, so let's just go ahead and close it off here. We'll do one more possession. Let's just kick it into Embiid. Back down, Mitchell Robinson. Come on, show him who's boss. Embiid. Okay. That did not go as I was hoping it would go. Bones Highland pulls up, misses it. All right, one final possession here. Kick it to Embiid. Can you just dunk, get some payback? Okay, you're not going to dunk, but he misses that one. I can't end on that note. I wanted him to go out, and I wanted him to dunk, but he obviously didn't feel like doing that today. Okay. No. Okay. I still think it's out of reach, but I'm getting a little bit more nervous, and I didn't even see they were full court pressing when I pushed it in. Thank you. That should do it. All right, I'll see you guys at the Finals MVP. We've officially gotten a championship for both the Philadelphia 76ers and the Dallas Mavericks. Joel Embiid is your Finals MVP this time, and honestly, it feels pretty good. As I mentioned in the video, two tremendous way to cap off this video. I mean, just beautiful. Take a look at this Dallas team. Take a look at this Philly team. They were both tremendous. So I had a ton of fun with this one. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it as well. If you did, leave a like down below. That would obviously be awesome. Of course, you guys are new around here. Do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, join the community, and as always, let me know any other video ideas down below in the comment section, because I know you guys got them in your heads. Just let me know them down below. We can get these going. As always, thanks so much for watching. I love you guys. I'll catch you guys all in the next one.